We have been approached by Preston North End, and they have offered me a 2-year contract on £9,000 a year. There is a transfer budget of 7.75 million, and I'm pretty sure there are players within the club that need to be sold. There's a good wage budget of 350k. It looks like a club that is in a good financial position. There's a part of me, though, that thinks this is a knee-jerk reaction and that I'm just running away from Livingston to the first club that comes along. There's also a part of me, and most of you, I think, believe it is time to move on. So this is probably a decision in which whichever way I go is probably going to be the wrong way. Livingston, who are about to become, I think, the #1 club in Scotland in the next 3 years. And Preston struggling in 23rd at the base of the championship, and we have to try and get them to safety this season. But it's a new challenge, a new dawn, and when I click this button, we will be manager of Preston. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to The Road to Glory, Part 61, Season 7, currently at Livingston, possibly in my last day at Livingston, and soon to be manager of Preston. And before I go and clear my office out here at Livingston, I think we have to consider what this contract is all about. They are offering me 9k. And currently I'm earning 2.8k a week at Livingston, so it is a big pay rise, and they do have a lot of money. Looking through the contract, there's things that we can do very easily. One of the things that I don't like is that we have to sell players before buying. I've never liked that when I've signed contracts, but it is what it is at the moment, and we're going to have to please the board, and we're going to have to please the supporters. Preston are a very, very good club, but they have fallen from grace. They finished in 4th in the championship last year, and they are currently this season in 22nd place, and our job will be to get them to avoid relegation from the championship, be competitive in the FA Cup and be competitive in the EFL Cup. And so I think it's a job that we can do. We can certainly avoid relegation. I feel fairly confident that we can do that. The team finished in 4th last year, and I can't believe that the players have deteriorated that much, that they are that bad. And so I think it is time now to go and start negotiations. I think we can get that salary up a little bit, and let's give it a try. Let's go up to about 10k and see what they say, and we'll suggest 10k, and they have actually approved 10k. And I wish now that I had actually gone for a little bit more. And so we're on 10k now a week, and that's almost 4 times what we were earning at Livingston. And so here it is, Preston North End higher pound, in a move which is sure to spark plenty of heated debate. Philip Pound has left Livingston to join Preston. A record of 161 wins, 44 draws, 48 defeats in his career. I think that's a brilliant career so far. He's won 2 league titles. His first game in charge will be against Ipswich Town in the EFL Championship, and will face pressure to bring immediate success to Deepdale, having stepped up from his previous standings to take sole charge. And he will need to hit the ground running if he's to win those over who believe his appointment is a questionable decision. Not a problem. And Livingston will now be looking for a new manager, and I have brought Jason Piercy with me. He is my head of youth development. He's not brilliant, but he's done a fairly decent job at Livingston, and he looks, in terms of his attributes, he looks better than the head of youth development that we have now here at Preston. If you are new to the channel and you like FM content, then why not subscribe, watch, like and comment, help the channel to grow, and help us to support all that very good stuff that you can see scrolling above. And if you are of a mind to contribute to this cause, then I will leave a link to the Just Giving page, which we have recently set up, and that will be in the description below. And even if it's £1 or 2, every little helps, and helps us to support the cause and to make a difference. And so welcome to Preston, and they are a very, very good club. They have a very, very good history, but unfortunately things are not going so well for them at the moment. And if we have a look at their setup, they're playing in a 4-4-2. I like a nice 4-4-2, but maybe we might want to tweak that a little bit. We'll have a look at what's available in the squad, and then we will see if we're not going to tweak that a little bit. But we can handle a 4-4-2, and right at this moment, if they're playing in that way, maybe that's the best way to go. And we've been through the club vision, and the supporters, they want us to make the most of set pieces. Well, that's what we've been doing at Livingston. We score a lot of goals, probably more than anyone in Scotland, from set pieces. Be competitive against Blackburn, obviously that is a northwest rivalry, and finish above Blackpool. They obviously don't like Blackburn or Blackpool. And now there is a little bit of a problem with what the supporters want. We've got two. We've got finish in mid-table in the EFL Championship, which is required, and we've got avoid relegation from the EFL Championship, which is also required. Well, both of those, if we finish in mid-table, then we will have avoided relegation. And yeah, we'll just get those reports every month. We do need to have a look at a number of things. We need to have a look at the staff, the squad, the training. We need to set up the way we're going to play. And so I'll be right back with some news once that has actually happened. And so let's have a look at how they have been performing on the pitch. Do I really want to have a look at this is the question. And we can see that it has not been a very, very good start to the season. Although in the last 4 games against Hull, Cardiff, Brentford and Luton, tough games, they have performed a little bit better. And their last fixtures, a 2-2 away draw at Brentford and a 1-1 home draw at Luton. Those are very, very tough teams to get results against. We will be kicking off our campaign with games against Ipswich Town away and Fleetwood away, and these are teams that are at the bottom of the table, and Fleetwood are bottom of the table and Ipswich are 2 places above us. And if we can win both of those games, then hopefully we could move out of the relegation area and ease the pressure on us a little bit. The previous manager has got this club into a little bit of a mess, especially financially. And whilst I thought the wage budget when I signed the contract was pretty useful, and the transfer budget, it does seem that he's allowed things to slip, and committed spending is 407,000, and we only have a budget of 353, so we're about 60k outside of the wage budget. I can make an adjustment to come into line, and that will only leave us with, though, about 3 million to spend, and our wage budget spending will only be about 20 million. But it will reduce the amount of money that we have to spend in the transfer budget. We may be able to raise money from the squad itself because we have a number of very old players, and we have a 36-year-old playing at left back, 34, 33, 33, and then we have a number of players who are 32, and certainly I'm looking at the top 4 of these: Adam Marusic, Ajaji, Alan Brown and Liam Lindsay. I'm looking at moving them on, and that will raise around about 40,000 in wages. We do have a number of players who can come in. We have players like Dan Savu, who is, I think, a very, very good player. In fact, I must have thought he was a very, very good player because we've been scouting him at Livingston. I think he's a very tidy young player who can develop and could develop a lot, has the potential to go on and be a very good player. He's got lots of pace, his physicals are quite good, needs to develop, of course, good dribbling, he's got good technique. I think that he could become a squad member here and do a very good job for us. There are options which we can look at in terms of the squad. It's in a bit of a mess at the moment, and it's going to take a little bit of sorting out, but I'm pretty sure that we can do that. And so the team for our very first game as Preston manager is Woodman in goal, with Hughes, Lindsay, Jones and Marusic at fullback, and Corbanyu, McCann, Whiteman and Juhara in midfield, and Surridge and John Jules will play up front. And we're going to have to go for it. We're going to play in a positive way. Whatever happens is whatever happens. We'd like, though, to get a winning start, and we need to do very well against Ipswich. I'd like to get 4 points, and I think we need to go out and show everybody what we're about. I'd like to get 4 points from these opening 2 games. Can we do it? I hope so. Let's go to the game. And it is Ipswich who've made the better of the start. But the ball is cleared out, and we do need to win the ball in midfield. That was a nice tackle, but it's fallen to Ipswich. Here's a chance. He's hit the post. He's going to tap it in, but it's saved by Woodman. What a miss by Ipswich. I'd be very annoyed if my forwards had done that. Ipswich are doing all the attacking at the moment, and they look like a better team than a relegation team, or we look like a very poor team. And Ipswich are in the penalty area. They do have a chance. It's somehow blocked and deflected over the crossbar. And Ipswich do have a corner, and so we need to defend corners well. I don't know how much practice they've been doing, but that isn't a great header, and it goes over the bar, and it remains Ipswich Town 0, Preston 0. But we do have a free kick, do we? And Whiteman is over the ball, and Whiteman over the ball takes the free kick, and it just goes over the crossbar, and that was a chance for Preston. But at the moment, Preston are dominating the game. Ipswich are dominating the game, and we are not playing very well at all, and our XG is pretty poor. We have done some work in training on chance creation, and we've done some work on set pieces. Can we do something from this set piece? It comes out to Dujara. I'm not quite sure how to say his name yet. Looks for a cross into the box. It's blocked. Headed into the melee. Comes out to the right, to our right winger. And his name is even harder to say. We've got a chance. It has gone in. Surridge has put us a goal ahead. It's Ipswich 0, Preston 1. I think that's pretty much against the run of play, but we are ahead. And it came out to Corbanu on the wing. His low-driven cross as touched in by Surridge. It only just made it, went in off the post, but we are a goal up, and that's a good start. And so hopefully we can maintain this lead, and then maybe we can get out of the relegation zone. If we win today, we will be out of the relegation zone, and that would be a perfect start. And 30 minutes are gone, and it is still 1-0 to Preston. We need to have a look at what's going on, and we need to do something about some of their players, as it did look like they were attacking us down the left, and so we want to stop them. And we've tight marked the left winger, tight marked the fullback, and hopefully we'll snuff that area of attacker. But there's a chance. It has gone in, and we've given away a goal from a set piece. It's Ipswich 1, Preston 1, and no amount of tactical decisions was going to stop that from the set piece. It was very poor, a near post header. You've got to ask questions of Woodman. That was not the greatest effort, but it remains 1-1, and we will be back in the relegation zone now as a result. As I said, though, 4 points from these first 2 games will probably take us out of the relegation zone, and I'm going to say we're in the position that we deserve to be. The numbers are not very good. You need to be playing better. We need to be creating chances. We're not creating a great deal of chances. Chances that we've had have not been worthy of highlights. And here is Juru. He's looking to come inside. Finds Surridge. Surridge to Whiteman. Whiteman in midfield. He finds Corbanu. Corbanu running forward. He's looking for support. Can't find support at the moment. Plays it all the way back. And he finds right back Hughes on the right. And it is Lindsay. Lindsay to Jones. Jones with a long punt forward. Can we win this ball? No, we can't. And there is a chance here. We have got a chance, and we have scored. A dreadful error from the Ipswich defender. We have gone 2-1 up. And Surridge has got another goal, and well, boy, was that a dreadful error at the back. It's usually my teams who make this kind of error, but Surridge was onto that like a flash, and it is now Ipswich 1, Preston 2, and we hopefully now will be once again out of the relegation area. We do have another free kick, and there's a header that flies over the crossbar. Is going very well at the moment, and we do have a penalty. We've been given a penalty, and oops, I've forgotten to set the penalty takers up, but it is going to be Surridge, and Surridge has made it 3-1. This is what we want to do at Preston. This is how we want to play. Take the game, 2 teams, and make sure that we get the 3 points. And brilliant. What a start. It's now 3-1. I'm wondering if I should just defend a little bit more now, take the pressure off, or should we just keep going? I think we'll just keep going for a while. There is a highlight straight from the kickoff, and here are Ipswich. Ipswich are through, and Ipswich have scored. No, it's cleared off the line, but it has been given us offside. And that's a warning to us. We do need to be very careful. We're not the quickest at the back either, which is why we are playing with a standard line rather than playing high up the pitch. And that was a let-off. We need to win this ball. Beautifully won by Whiteman. Whiteman finds Jusandra. He finds Mulic in midfield, and that's a good ball over the top, and we are in again. This is a chance, and it is 4-1. It is Ipswich 1, Preston 4. What a start to my Preston career. I couldn't have asked for any more. I do need to learn how to say these players' names, and hopefully that will come in time. Jean-Jules this time. He's managed to put that into the corner. I think questions need to be asked of this Ipswich defence, and we are 4-1 up. He was onside and beat the offside trap to put it under control. It's now 4-1. And things are looking very, very good indeed. But I think there still are more goals left in this game, and we do need to be careful. I think that will have hurt Ipswich. They will come back at us, and maybe now it's time just to come off and go to play with a little bit of a more reserved style. And here is Jones. Players are having a good game. Jones is having a very, very good game. There's another ball over the top, and it's fallen to the Ipswich defence. And we need to be winning the ball in midfield, and that is the key to FM23, I think, is that if you dominate the midfield, then you will win matches. And here is Jean-Jules again. Can we make it 5? This would be a perfect start. Jean-Jules into the box, and there's a chance, and it goes just wide of the post. It remains Ipswich 1, Preston 4. We've had as good a start to the season as I could possibly hope for, and it's been excellent so far. And we just want to keep an eye on the Ipswich players and have the changes that we've made. Has that made a difference? I think it obviously has. Closing down their left-hand side has made a difference. They're not so threatening anymore, and we are the dominant team. And it is time, I think, to make some changes. Because we are going to be suffering a little bit. We're not the greatest in terms of stamina, and so time maybe to make some changes so that we can just hold on to this and win this game. And it is Ipswich, though, working their way into the box. Here's a chance. Ipswich have almost scored. Somehow it finds its way into the hands of the goalkeeper. Time to make some changes. And so we have made a couple of changes, and hopefully that will be enough, because I'm struggling for players in midfield by the look of it. And that's the problem with allowing your assistant to set up your tactics. I do have a centre-back who's a bit tired, and I unfortunately don't have a centre-back on the bench either. So we are struggling at the moment, but we are in the 81st minute, and this team is going to need to see this game out. And Ipswich, though, are looking like the more dominant team at this point, and it is now Ipswich 2, Preston 4. I don't know what to do in terms of players who are struggling because we simply don't have replacements on the bench. I don't know why your assistant always messes up the bench. He always leaves players out, and then suddenly you find that the players that he's left off the bench are the most tired. But we are seeing this game through. It would be nice to get another goal, finish on a high. There's a ball into the box. It's headed clear. It comes out to Nundulu. Nundulu looking to get the ball into the box. He finds a man spare. That was a great chance, and it flies over the crossbar. It remains Ipswich 2, Preston 4. It's a perfect start. We do have possibly the last word. We're going to have a free kick, and he's taking his time, seeing down the clock. There's no need to hurry. We'll take this 2-4 victory. We're very happy, but if you could get on with it today, it would help. Here is Brown, a late substitution. Lindsay to Whiteman, playing it around. Nice long ball over the top, looking for Surridge. Surridge into the middle. Can we get on the end of it? No, we can't. Here's a chance, a lovely cross into the box. First time, and then it's cleared, and it is Ipswich bringing it forward. But we have won the ball. Ipswich have won it back, so we need to get hold of the ball. We're a bit light at the back, and everything is going okay. It looks like this should be full time now, as Preston try to mount one last attack. Nothing comes of it, and I'm not quite sure what this highlight is about. If it's this long, there must be a goal at the end of it, but it doesn't really matter if there's a goal at the end of it. I think we just want full time. There is full time. We've done extremely well in our first game. Nice work, everyone. That was good. It was good. We have beaten Ipswich away by 4-2. We are out of the relegation zone, and we need to continue with this, and we need to keep that going. And if we can do that and win the next match, things will be looking very good indeed. I will play through the next week, and we'll come back for the next game. And so the team for the game against Fleetwood is Woodman in goal, with Hughes, Bernard, Jones and Hay at the back. Ruiz, Brown, Mohammed and Juhara in midfield, with Moreno and Jean-Jules up front. I think we're going to play Surridge up front. I think he's probably a better option, and we'll switch those two around, and we'll try them out this time like that. And so we've done part one of our adventure here today, and maybe we can go out there and do part two. It would be great. Fleetwood are not the best of teams in the world. They are bottom of the league, and these fans go through thick and thin. I have faith in you. Get out there. I trust you to make the difference, and we can go and win this match. Let's go out there. Let's get another 3 points, and let's put the frighteners on everybody who's above us in the championship. This is a new adventure for us. It is a new team. We were used to struggling along with Livingston. Now we are in a position where hopefully we're going to be getting towards Premier League status, and it is Fleetwood who are dominating the game at the moment, and I'm not too happy about this, and maybe we need to look at who's dominating things. So we've made a little bit of a change, trying to take Pickering out of the game more than anybody else. But Fleetwood do have a free kick. We're not the greatest team in terms of tackling, and we will probably give away a lot of free kicks, and they have hit the crossbar. It remains Fleetwood 0, Preston 0. It's fairly even at half-time, and I think I need to say to them, yeah, we need to be better in front of goal. It's upset one or two of them, but Surridge is not having the great game. Keep going. You have the ability. You weren't that bad. Let's tell them you weren't that bad. Let's keep believing in them, and then hopefully we'll get something out of this game. They probably do need a little bit of belief from the manager, and it is going to be a highlight for Preston. It is our first highlight of the game. And the ball is cleared. It comes out to Bernard. He's going to turn, look for support, but he's lost the ball, and we do need to stop doing that. I think what I might do is start looking at, let's play a lot higher, and let's see if we're not going to try and get rid of the ball quicker. We're holding on to the ball a lot more than I would have liked, and I've noticed that over the 2 games. But here come Preston. Preston looking to get it out to the left. Giroud looking to bring it back inside. And here's Jones. Jones to Giandro. He's taken a shot from about 40 yards. I'm not quite sure what that was all about, and I'm going to demand more from the entire team. I also think that what we might do is look to be a little bit more disciplined in terms of our approach, and it is at the moment 0-0, and I think maybe time to make some changes. And so we have made a couple of changes. Once again, I seem to be struggling for cover in various positions, and I'm actually struggling to find cover at fullback at the moment. But we do have a highlight, and here is a cross into the box. Can we get on the end of it? It's headed clear. It comes out to Giandro. It's also headed clear. We need to control the ball a little bit better. Maybe instead of speeding it up, we need to slow it down. But it's headed clear. We do need to be disrupting them, and I'm going to actually just now go and slow the tempo down. Maybe that's what's causing the problem, and hopefully we'll start passing a little bit better. I'm noticing our passing is not very good. We've got to start passing the ball a little bit better, and here come Fleetwood, who are not looking like a team who are bottom of the league at the moment, although that shot does seem to suggest they are a bottom of the league team. And if we get a 0-0 draw here, that will keep us in 21st position. There is a header. It's hit the bar. We have scored, and now we have gone ahead. It is Fleetwood 0, Preston 1. I think we'll just come off now a positive approach. We'll go to a little bit more balance now that we have taken the lead, and maybe we'll just close the game down completely. There are 89 minutes gone, so we'll try and see this game out now. It is Fleetwood 0, Preston 1. It is full time. We have won our second game, and it has been a great start, and I'll take that. We weren't at our best, but we're getting better, and we have gone up to 19th now. We have 17 points from 17 games. A perfect opening to our time as Preston manager, and this has not been seen this season. 2 wins back to back. We will play through the whole of December, and we'll come back for West Brom and Middlesbrough, and we'll then look forward to what might be happening in the January transfer window. That's it for this episode. If you are new to the channel, then why not subscribe, like, watch and comment. Help the channel to grow. Help us to support the very good cause that you can see scrolling above. And a very happy new manager of Preston following a 4-2 win and a 1-0 win, both away. We couldn't be happier. And so all that remains to be said now is we'll see you in the next episode.